Today we're going to be taking a look at economic geography. We'll be visiting Cambodia, Indonesia, and the Philippines. The topics I will be discussing for each country in more detail are poverty and urbanization, as they greatly affect each place. And finally, we will look a little into what the next steps are for each of these countries. To start, let's take a look at Cambodia. Just to give you a little background knowledge, Cambodia is located in Southeast Asia. It has a population of about 15 million and an average life expectancy of 71. The main languages spoken are Khmer, French, and English. They have a GDP of 15.2 billion and an unemployment rate of 0.5%. The poverty rate in Cambodia is 20.5%, which is almost half of what it was in 2004. Unfortunately, a lot of people are still vulnerable to relapse, but there are ways to prevent this, such as improving the quality of rural infrastructure, supporting children to start and stay in school, and increasing healthcare coverage. Urbanization. The annual rate of urbanization in Cambodia is 8.4%, with about 20% of Cambodians living in urban areas. This rapid growth is due to job opportunities, technology, and accessibility to commodities. To expand, with urbanization comes the increasing opportunity for jobs. And with new technologies, whether it be computers or public transportation, going to these jobs becomes more accessible. As well, accessibility to food and supplies also becomes easier. Before moving forward, I would just like to say that without urbanization and the creation of public transportation, traffic could exceed road capacities and create congestion in urban areas. Next, we have Indonesia. Indonesia is located in Southeast Asia with a population of 255 million and an average lifespan of 70. The main language they speak is Indonesian. They have a GDP of 868 billion and an unemployment rate of 5.8%. Poverty rates in Indonesia are slow to decline due to economic, cultural, linguistic, and physical isolation. 40% of the entire population remain vulnerable to falling into poverty. These slow decline rates are due to slowed trade, lack of employment growth, and slow expansion of fixed investment and domestic consumption. The urban population makes up 53.7% of Indonesia's total population, with an annual rate of 2.6%. Continuing urbanization will greatly improve their economy, although there are challenges faced such as traffic, inadequate investments in infrastructures, and high population density, which can cause poverty. Finally, we will take a look into the lives of the Philippines. The Philippines is located in Southeast Asia with a population of 98.3 million. Their main languages are English and Filipino, and their average life expectancy is 68. They have a GDP of 272 billion and a 5.4% unemployment rate. Poverty rate in the Philippines is 25.2% annually and very slowly declining. Ongoing issues in the Philippines are due to the global financial crisis, rising food, fuel, and commodity prices, high rate of inequality across income brackets, and extreme population growth. The urban population makes up 44.4% of the total population, with an annual rate of 1.3%, although these patterns of urbanization are very uneven. If urbanization becomes too rapid, the Philippines will face lack of employment, inadequate housing and overcrowding, health risks, and environmental issues. If urbanization occurs too rapidly, people will face lack of employment, inadequate housing, and overcrowding due to population growth. As well, they will face health issues and environmental issues due to emissions from factories and transportation services. So what's next for these countries? The increasing urbanization brings several consequences, both positive and negative, that influence economic and social development. Positive include connectivity from urban to rural and economic. Negative may include congestion, lack of supplies, and environmental change. Urbanization is great as long as it is managed and controlled. I hope this allowed you to learn a little bit about the lives of the people in the countries I've discussed. That's all for today. Thanks for listening.
created using Powtoon.